What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, the Superman movie sequel is revealed, the new Lara Croft is revealed, and the knife is twisted for all of us Perfect Dark fans. This is your Daily Fix. James Gunn has announced his Superman follow-up, and it's called Man of Tomorrow. The sequel is due in theaters July 9th, 2027. The reveal included an image drawn by Chief Creative Officer of DC Comics Jim Lee, showing Superman alongside Lex Luthor wearing a suit of power armor. Specifically, it looks like Luthor's anti-Superman suit, hence the green kryptonite. Superman is leaning playfully on Luthor while holding a screwdriver. The bitter enemies we saw in Superman might have to team up as friends in Man of Tomorrow, perhaps to fight Brainiac. Last month, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn revealed the Superman Saga while discussing his ongoing work on the follow-up to this summer's Superman. While promoting Peacemaker Season 2, which follows the events of Superman as part of the newly established DC universe, Gunn told The Hollywood Reporter that he's already finished the treatment for, quote, the next story in what I'll call the Superman Saga. He said, the treatment is done, which means a very, very worked out treatment. I'm working on that and hopefully going into production on that not too far away from today. Now we know this movie is called Man of Tomorrow. In film, DC Studios has Supergirl and Clayface coming out in 2026, and the next Wonder Woman at some point after. The Batman 2 from Matt Reeves' self-contained Batman epic crime saga begins shooting next spring, with a release set for December 2027. Gunn has also talked about a Sergeant Rock adaptation and a Justice League team-up starring Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. In February, Gunn and co-DC Studios CEO Peter Safran confirmed The Brave and the Bold will introduce a new Batman into the DCU, ruling out current Batman actor Robert Pattinson in the process, but there's no release window for that yet. Moving on, Amazon's Tomb Raider series will start shooting next year, with Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner confirmed to play Lara Croft. Turner is best known for her role as Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones, though she's also played Jean Grey in X-Men Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse. Production kicks off in January, nearly 2 years after it was given the thumbs up at Prime Video. Fleabag's Phoebe Waller-Bridge is creator, writer, and executive producer on the series. Lara Croft was of course played by Angelina Jolie and Alicia Vikander in movie adaptations of the famous video game. More recently, Netflix aired its own anime take on Tomb Raider, with Marvel star Hayley Atwell voicing the lead character. And finally today, The Initiative, the studio behind Perfect Dark, was shuttered earlier this year in a mass of Microsoft layoffs. However, Perfect Dark apparently remained in development at Crystal Dynamics until just last week, while leadership from both studios struggled to find new funding from a surprising source, Take-Two. In a report from Bloomberg, which IGN can corroborate from its own sources, it is revealed that Perfect Dark was not fully abandoned when The Initiative was shuttered earlier this year. Leadership from both Crystal and The Initiative spent the following 2 months looking for a new publisher and funding source. While multiple parties expressed interest, the most likely candidate turned out to be Take-Two Interactive. However, the two groups couldn't come to an agreement, at least in part due to disagreements over long-term ownership of the property. As a result, the deal fell through, resulting in last week's layoffs at Crystal Dynamics, as all hope of the project being reinstated vanished. I did think it was weird that Xbox never publicly announced that Perfect Dark was canceled. We only knew from a leaked internal memo. But if they are still trying to make it work up until last week, that would make sense. Still one of the biggest bummers ever for me, a huge fan of the original Perfect Dark. And that is your Daily Fix for Wednesday, September 3rd. If you're looking for something to play right now that helps support a great cause, head over to Humble. Live now through October 7th, grab 8 incredible games for just $14.99, including WWE 2K25, Destiny 2 Legacy Collection 2025, The Plucky Squire, and Return to Monkey Island. Every purchase supports Team Rubicon, a veteran-led humanitarian organization that unites military veterans, first responders, and civilians to deliver aid where it's needed most. By joining in, you're not just building your library, you're helping communities recover and rebuild. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.